Let's create two tables, test1 and test2. Execute this query. Refresh Tables folder where you can see both tables. Let's populate the test1 with some data. Look, we have a record in test1 with ID equals 1. Now I want to retrieve the latest ID of test1. How can we do that? First method is to use scope identity function. You may notice whenever I insert any value in test1, I am getting the latest ID with scope identity function. We can also do the same using global variable @identity. Here you are getting the same result when we are executing both queries at once. So what is the difference between scope identity function and @identity global variable when they are working same? Let's understand this difference with an example. To simulate this concept, let's create a trigger. Don't worry, we will discuss trigger concept in our upcoming videos. For now, just keep in mind the trigger is an event on a table which we can call before or after DML commands like insert, update, or delete. For this example, I am creating a trigger for insert operation on test1. According to the definition of this trigger, whenever we insert any record in test1, the trigger will be called and it will automatically insert a record in test2. As you can see, test1 contains 2 records and test2 is empty right now. Now when I execute insert query, trigger on this table will automatically execute and basically 2 insertions will occur, one in test1 with insert query and other in test2 by the trigger. Let's bit arrange our queries. First of all, I executed the insert query. As you can see, you are getting 2 messages, one for above insert statement and one due to trigger itself. Now if you execute these and look at results, they are different now. Scope identity function returns 3 while @identity variable returns 1. Let's execute select queries. You can see the results. Scope identity returns 3 because it returns identity value generated in same session and same scope. As you are executing insert command in scope of test1, it returns the latest ID of this table. Whereas that @identity returns identity value generated in same session but across any scope. Therefore, it returns 1 in scope of test2 inserted by the trigger in current session. Third method is to use IDEncurrent function, which take table name as parameter and return the latest ID of that table. IDEncurrent function work irrespective of any session and scope. To demonstrate this concept, I have opened 2 tabs in SQL Server. Each tab have different sessions and different scopes. First, I am inserting record into test2 from tab 2 and then tab 1. Let's execute all these statements at once and see the results. Scope identity function returns 2 because it is working in current session and current scope. @identity returns 2 because it is working irrespective of any scope but in current session, whereas IDEncurrent function returns 3 irrespective of any session and scope.